What's up, friends? Out here in the garage, 1 year ownership. Well, not quite 1 year, a few weeks from now. And then I couldn't ride it for a few months because I cut my finger, but I just wanted to share, here's 1 year, and here's what I've done to my Lowrider ST in 1 year time frame. So let's go ahead and start in the front. Nothing really down here, nothing too much. I did put on these little things here that you can get on your phone on an app. You can get the tire temperature and tire pressure and stuff like that. So that's kind of helpful, and it'll give you can set up alerts and warnings and stuff like that. As we move up, got the Baja LP4 light. When I bought this light, there was the LP6 was an option. Obviously it always is, but the only option then was you were cutting into the fairing, basically kind of dremeling out the fairing a little bit. Honestly, that thing is so freaking bright. I get people hitting me, even with my low beams on, I get people hitting me all the time. These were cool. There's quite a few people. I'm on a couple Facebook groups where guys are making these. It feels kind of plasticky, I guess. Really hard to tell with the lighting situation here, but I found a color paint that matches the rims, and basically just painted them the color of the rims. And you got to take the outer fairing piece off here, which is really easy. You basically just take these screws off up here, and then there's like 2 or 3 other screws on each side. You take off this piece, comes off, set these in. It's a cool look. It definitely keeps you can see right here where there's some bugs and stuff in there. It keeps bugs from coming through and hitting you, and it's got kind of a cool look to it. These I put LEDs in here. These are not LED stock. I just got these. These are actually the cheap ones off of Amazon. They work pretty great. The Bung King engine guard, crash bar, whatever you want to call it down here. These are actually my clutch line and my brake line are from the cable kits from the extension, because I'll talk about that here in a second, but the riser situation. As we come down along the side here, what we got here? We got the Thrashin mini floorboards. This is going to get changed. This is the stock rear brake lever here, but I would like to get something that's got a little bit more real estate right here. I have done, a lot of people have done these. A couple different. I can't remember what the company was. If I can remember, I'll stick it in the comment or in the description. But this little contraption here allows you to undo a couple screws and then rotate that, and it'll move this up and down. You'll get a little bit more height out of it. On this particular pedal, for me, one of the things that's interesting, the other side doesn't do it. This side does, but I can press down right here and I can push the pedal down to about right there. And so if you can see that, but it gives me pretty good leverage when I'm trying to hit the rear brake there. So that works. That's cool. I found this. I got my US Navy cam cover plate there, which was pretty cool. I found that. I think I found that on Etsy or something like that. I do have a leak back here, unfortunately, and I think it's that bolt on the cam right there. So that sucks. I just saw that a couple days ago. This is the Fueling BA air filter. It's a cool unit. Looks good. It's got this, you can get, I think you can get them all darked out, but this is just a piece of acrylic plastic right here, which is pretty cool. And these kits are cool. You can see I've got some of the lines coming off here, and then down here I've got this, it's not really a catch can, it's just more like a filter. Same thing. It on this side over here, probably difficult to see, but there's a line that comes out right here and comes down to that filter. And what that does is behind this screw right here, when you take this screw out, and the same Allen wrench goes all the way down through, and you put a smaller screw in, and it blocks the port where oil's coming through here and then dumping it back into, like, blow-by basically, and then dumping it back into the intake. So I've had this set up, and then I also have the Trask Checkmate down here, the transmission cover that it vents out. It's back behind here. and I don't have a drop really of oil. There's kind of, if you run your finger on there, there's like kind of some like dirty sort of residue, but it's not greasy and oily. And when we did the 1,000-mile service, there was a pretty good amount. There was like standing oil, not a lot, but just pretty standard, I think, just kind of sort of in the bottom part of there. So I'm glad I did that work. I obviously got the SP Concepts, the big bore pipe here. I got the Bung Kings on the rear. Nothing really back here. I do have the kind of extender things here. I've got a sissy bar, just the Harley sissy bar that goes on to the rubber bushings back here, and then you can mount the bags on there. I have the Corbin wall seat. This is really kind of a one-up seat, but I have that on here for now. I do have a LaPera tail whip that I use riding 2-up. This is just not a great 2-up riding seat, as you can tell. And then on the back, I think this is called Robert Becker Designs. Yeah, RB, you can see up on the top here, RB. But this is just one of those little contraptions that keep somebody from just unscrewing your bolt right here and running off with your seat. We all know how easy that is to do. So it's got a little key that goes in there, opens it up, you pop this thing off, undo it, and you can pull your seat off. I just have the key for that on my keychain. I did this. This was actually just like an Amazon thing, I think, that I bought just to get that to lay down for the stock. This was Moons, and so deleted the pieces that come out here, and just did the LED of that. That's pretty cool. Again, the Bung Kings over here. This is the Trask. I think it's called Assault. It's like the derby cover here for your primary. It's cool. Kind of main thing I wanted just to keep an eye on. I mean, it's cool to see that and stuff here, but it's nice to have it so you can keep an eye on that adjustment bolt there. I've seen a number of times where that's fallen off or it wasn't adjusted right or whatever, and so I just thought that'd be kind of cool to keep that there. I do have, for the clutch, I did get this is the Thrashin clutch lever, and I definitely like that, so I'm thinking about getting theirs on the other side, but they just don't have the pad. I could use this, but I don't think that's not enough for me to put my foot on. Also have their clutch adjuster for the lever here. So this thing is really cool because you just have a couple adjustment nuts that you back off, and then you just rotate this piece right here, and it literally just moves this thing up and down. So if you get different shoes or something like that, and now it's too tight in here, it's too loose, then you can very easily just make that adjustment. And then of course the Bung Kings up here. And then finally up here on the top, stock bar still. I put the one finger grips on when my hand was messed up. These are the adjustable ones. I don't know that I would recommend the adjustables at this point. I would probably just get the regular ones, but these are great. I love them. I love just with the two finger, really, you can get two fingers on it. I can't remember what the name of these mirrors are. These are Harley mirrors, but these are awesome. The arms are longer, they're more adjustable, and they don't vibrate. So that's pretty awesome. But they're like $300 or something. So that's pretty dumb. Let's see, down here, I've got the Thrashin 6.5-inch risers, but down here is the Thrashin 2-inch Rogue Glide pullback plate. So it actually gives you 2 more inches of rise and 2 inches of pullback, and then uses solid bushings instead of the good and tights or the kind of rubber bushings that go in there. And so, yeah, just the standard, accoutrement here for the Thrashin riser setup. I do have the Garmin Zumo XT down here. It is wired into the bike. I am, this one's too big. I am in an upcoming video going to check this thing out. I bought this version of it. This is the 7-inch. I'm going to the 5-inch because this thing is way too big. The 5-inch is more the same size as this. I can just basically replace it, and this thing comes with the ram mount, you know, the ball thing, and that's what I'm using back here for that setup for my Garmin. So should be a kind of a plug and play replacement for that, but I'm sending this guy back, and I have the 5-inch on order. But this is awesome. I have a quad lock Pro, which just basically means that these pieces are some kind of anodized aluminum or something, and more importantly, it's all black and there's none of the blue stuff. With for the radar, for my radar detector. And so I mount that there, and I'm gonna hardwire that in as well too, but for now I just use like a battery pack here in this Thrashing bag, which is the last piece. I love this bag. I don't know how people ride around and not have this bag up here. I put my sunglasses in there, I got suntan lotion in there, I put you know, my wallet in there sometimes, I throw my keys in there, all kinds of stuff. So that's a pretty cool thing. They're pretty proud of their bags though. It's kind of ridiculous how much that thing costs. I think it's like 60 bucks or something. Again, here's a little another kind of view of the Corbin seat. Super happy with this thing. Really love it. It's going to be awesome. I did also just order their piece that goes in here. So it's like a backrest. So you can just open this up, put the backrest in that hole, and then off you go on your trip. But really just digging the bike. It's freaking awesome. And I think the next thing really, and certainly one of the last of the big things, the expensive things, is to do the forks, right? Just take these guys off, put better suspension in the front, and then replace the monoshock underneath here. I'm pretty comfortable doing the monoshock here. I'm gonna need some help probably. I know there's, depending on which kit you buy, there's tools and just some nuance to that. And you got to take tire off and do that kind of stuff, which I haven't done yet, which I don't think would be a problem, but I got a couple friends of mine that wrench, and so we might figure that part out. But this is 2023 Lowrider ST, 1 year into ownership. Super happy with this bike. Got a lot of videos on the channel documenting the installs and stuff for all of these different things, so check those out. And thanks for coming by. It's been awesome. It's been a great year. Looking forward to many more years with this bike for sure. Y'all take care. Ride safe out there.